Yo, what's up? As you can see, we're starting a journey. My name's All Man, and this is my first video I've ever made. God damn, it's loud, isn't it? And basically, the reason I'm making this video is the first video I've ever made with my voice in it. I know that my voice, the mic isn't, the best, but we'll work that out later on down the road. The reason I'm making this video is because tomorrow is a very special day. I've been gaming for pretty much most of my life, starting out with the Game Boy Advance, playing those Pokemon games back in the day. Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire, all of them ones, all the way up to Diamond and Pearl, before it got terrible. Started playing Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, played all of that growing up. And I'm doing something tomorrow which I've never done. So I'm just running around, I've got ADD. I'm doing something I've never done, which is getting a monitor. So, and I'm getting two things. I'm getting a monitor and a pro controller. So I've been told for the longest time, since playing Modern Warfare 2, from one of my friends who I play with, we met on the game doing ranked play, that a monitor will completely change my game. And I was like, what? Like, surely it's just like my TV. I just need a better TV. Because in my life, I've only ever had 3 TVs in my life. The first TV I was born with, which is the big back TV. You know what I mean? The big back. The one where you touch the screen, you get static shock. One of those ones, like proper old school. I was born in the late 90s. And after that, I got in 2008 we got a flat screen, which was cool. We got 2 of them actually, and the one that I had that I played my games on was like a 32-inch. So I had that, and I would always play my games on that, and I played it to this day, literally. But that is not what I'm playing on today, because I actually bought a TV off my brother not too long ago. And this is like a 52-inch newer TV, maybe made in 2019, something like that, let's say. Anyway, why am I saying all this? That is because I'm getting a monitor for the first time, and I basically wanted to record my first impressions. They're coming tomorrow, my monitor and my controller, so I wanted to play and kind of talk about my experience with gaming so far, which I've always basically been playing on the same TV since 2008. Only ever had the regular controllers, and I want to see if it actually makes a difference. Mainly, I play like FPSs now. I've played all kinds of things like growing up. I love all kinds of games. Mainly first-person games, mainly first-person shooters, but I have played quite a lot of third-person. Played Mass Effect, The Last of Us, the first one, loved it. Monster Hunter has been a love of mine. Like, not Monster Hunter World, like I loved Monster Hunter World, don't get me wrong, but I started playing Freedom, Monster Hunter Freedom back in the day. My brother got that game. He actually he got given him. He actually found it on a bus or something like that. It was crazy. PSP and all, and it was in Japanese. So he and I played with it, and we didn't understand a thing about it. And this is like early 2000s. But anyway, now I kind of want to talk about modern, like Call of Duty, because I love games and I love immersive games. I've been playing Call of Duty for the longest time, but for the newer ones, I kind of fell off since Modern Warfare. No, since Call of Duty Ghosts, I kind of stopped playing, and only really got back on. I didn't, because I stopped playing games for a little while, just because of school and everything. Only really got back on for like Warzone, and that was huge because I played what was it? Fortnite when it came out. I was like, oh, Battle Royale, that's such a cool concept. Call of Duty dropped it out of nowhere, and I was like, wow, this game's amazing. Anyway, we start banging it out, me and my friends, and I fell in love with it. I felt like I really came into it. I've got like 1,000 hours on it now. The first one, Verdansk, just beautiful game, just so well done, crafted. The map was just amazing. Didn't like Caldera, I'm not gonna lie. Rebirth was really fun also, but Verdansk, when it first came out, not Verdansk 74 and all that extra stuff, like original, so fun. So I really felt I was kind of like a tactician in that game. I really thought about positioning and stuff like that, and I've kind of rekindled my love in Modern Warfare 2. This is the first Call of Duty game I bought. I didn't even buy Modern Warfare. I just played Warzone. So this is the first Call of Duty game that I bought. Honest to God, I bought Modern Warfare 3 like a year after launch just because I wanted something to play when I went to uni. But the first game I bought like within like a month of launch day, this is the first game since like Call of Duty Ghosts. And I've been really enjoying it. I played the beta of this and I just loved it, man. So I had so much fun doing it in the early days. I was doing a lot of like sniping and stuff like that. And then rank play came out and I fell in love with it just because I love the competitiveness. And I really wanted to up my game and like get better and better. And I love the whole culture of like there's different divisions. And just from my experience of how the different divisions play and the different things that you learn on the way up, and like map positioning, snaking, like jump shots, and the different kind of techniques, I just think is so fascinating. In any game, like Elden Ring, for example, was one game I played so much. Loved that game, and I think I'm very good at it. I would rarely ever lose. I'm not even gonna lie. I would play online so much, yeah. Just because I love playing against people. I'm very competitive like that. I like outsmarting human players. And when I used to play that game, like, do you know what I mean? It's cool. It's like tactical. It's like I love chess. It's that kind of mentality. And when I played Elden Ring, honestly, I'd win like 90 to 95% of the time. This is a very different thing because I felt like through all the games, my aim was never perfect. So I really kind of tried to get better at that. I am currently, I feel like I should be like, alright, cool. So yeah, no, I really tried to get better at Call of Duty, and I just really wanted to kind of be a good player and make it to the higher things. When I first started, I was like, I want to get Crimson, and haven't yet done it, but I'd say I'm an average player of Call of Duty. I can, you know, play some really good games, but I can also get dominated by some good players. I'd say, yeah, I'm average. I am currently a Plat 3, but for Season 2 and Season 3, I've ended in Diamond. So I've got the Diamond rank skins, but I want to push my game to the next level, and that's why I'm buying the new monitor with the new refresh rate and everything, and the Pro controller, so I can jump and look and do all this extra stuff, which I think will really help my gameplay. Now, the reason why I'm making this video as well is because I want to help. I want to help people. I think the way I play games, I'm not the best, but I want to get better. And I think if you're in the same boat, we can kind of learn together, and I can kind of talk through how I play. And they say if you want to get better at something, teach it. I'm not a pro or anywhere near. I'm not even, like, there's nothing to say I'm qualified or anything like that, but I'm just a guy. I love games. I'm not trying to be a YouTuber, nothing like that. I just like games and I want to share it with people. Do you know what I mean? I think that's so fun, and I'm having a lot of fun with this game, especially ranked play. So here we are. That's kind of the intro, let's say, and now let's get into the meat of the story. So yeah, basically, I have been playing on tactical pretty much since ever because drop shotting is a thing and that's what you want to do. I'm sure there's other ways you can play, but drop shotting, like being able to quickly go up and down while looking around, it's just so useful. Like, and like dolphin dive, it's just like, it's just needed. You know what I mean? And so basically, yeah, tactical, and I had always playing tactical, but with say jump as X and etc. But I'm currently using a setup which a friend, his name is Mr. O, taught me. Sorry, I got a bit of a bunged up nose, but basically what he taught me is this setup, and it's so you can jump. That's one of the biggest reasons I want a pro controller, but it's so you can jump while looking, because you know, the movement in this game is a lot different. So to be able to do certain things like jumping and looking around, you've got to map your jump to a certain way because it's difficult. If you don't, then you have to like kind of jump and then strafe, but bunny hopping isn't as useful, but it can still, you know, net you some kills. And I just wanted to have the flexibility to look and jump. So his setup was very unique. A lot of people have like their jump on their right stick, but I like to still drop shot, so I didn't want to do that. What he's done is put his jump on his L3, and he has tactical sprint on. So that's what I've done. I've put on this, I've got tactical sprint on. So this is one of the things that you can do. I would definitely recommend it for certain play styles. It speeds everything up, I won't lie to you. Speeds everything up, you don't have to think about it. You can almost instantly, if you don't know already, invert slide and dive behavior so you can automatically dive. And I watched a video on Iceman Isaac, and he was basically saying, basically the thing that makes you dolphin dive is how quickly you take your finger off R3. It's not like, because I'm holding it, I go into a slide. But if I hold it and then let go, I do a dolphin dive. So the quicker you press and let go, it's basically the quicker you let go, the quicker you dolphin dive. Like, so I can do something like this. No, that just failed. But like that, like it's almost instantaneous, like that. Because I'm just clicking it and then automatically going off it. Do you know what I mean? So it's pretty cool for that regard. So yeah, there's a couple. I'm basically, I have my X as melee, my circle to throw a stun, and right now my L1 isn't to do anything, but it is kind of sprint, because obviously I've got automatic sprint, so there's nothing else to sprint. And what this helps me do is, because if you have automatic sprint, it's very difficult to get straight off the ground. But if you have, say, L1 as sprint, when you click L1, you go straight up running if your tactical sprint's on. It used to be X for me, but it's really jarring like that, so I proper prefer this. The only thing with this is it doesn't let you snake, obviously, because you usually click in L3 and R3. But if you rotate between, if you treat L1 and R3, like L1 is your sprint and L3 is your crouch, then you can still look around and you can snake with your L1 and R3. It just means that you have to switch unless you have your middle finger on your trigger on your aim. It just means that you have to switch finger, so you can't automatically go to shooting. I hope that makes sense, as quickly as you would be if you're if you didn't have automatic sprint and you had to click in L3. So then you could snake a lot better and automatically chow. I'm gonna show you in a minute what that looks like, but this is one way that you can do the build if you don't have a pro controller, and it's just pretty cool. I've definitely enjoyed it. I hope I'm not talking too long, man. I've never made a video like this. I'm just trying to make a video and just trying to show the before and after. So this is something that he showed me and I've been using a bit. But the one thing with this, the pros are, it speeds up the game, makes it way like you can jump around corners, kind of like really nicely interact with things and jump and look around, and while challenge, bunny hop if it is in L3, it's really cool. And with the option, you can still snake like round corners. You can like what I call crab walking, which is literally just snaking around a corner, just to peek it before you fully chow. But the thing about this is like you can't, it's more to scout. You can't immediately, unless like I said your middle finger is very ready to aim down, or you're just very quick on it. It's still quick, but you do miss like milliseconds. And in a game like Call of Duty, it's like you already want a finger to be ready to aim down when you're snaking, but it still looks, it's pretty fast. But I will show you now what the other one looks like. So yeah, sorry, cons, I'll show you the pros and cons of this. So yeah, it's very agile, fun to move around, it's very fast, gets you to A and B, easier to YY for like stimulation of, you know, the mind and keep your fingers working. because you don't have to constantly hit things, and you can just, you know, if you're challenging someone. And I'd say jump shotting is really good when you're like very close to the person, because it just throws them off, really throws them off. A bit less useful from far away, because sometimes it just makes you a bigger target, because if you're jumping like that, you're an easier target for someone to hit. Like if I see someone like behind cover, like I see some people jumping by out of habit, like they'll be behind cover, like someone will be there, and they start doing that, which can be helpful because sometimes you can jump and hit ahead, but other times, more than often, I'm just exposing more of my body, so it's easier to hit. If someone's like behind there, maybe only their head's peeking, but if they start jumping, they're around where the white flag is now, and anywhere, even if your aim's shit, you're gonna hit them. So yeah. I'm gonna have to like kill myself so I can get my ammo back, but yeah. So that's basically some the pros. Some of the cons are that when you're in ranked, because you're auto attack sprinting everywhere, you're going to be very loud, and it means a lot. Sometimes, even though you get places quicker, you're going to enter gunfights like round corners and shit, and you're going to have your gun up, so it's going to take you that much longer to get your gun down and ready to shoot, whereas other people, especially in rank play, they can be waiting for you. I know this is a bad map to show because it's not even in rank play, but yeah, it was the first map, so I just wanted to jump straight in. So yeah, that's one of the things, the loudness and the fact that you're not always ready, and it makes it difficult to kind of like slow down the pace. Sometimes you don't want to be rushing everywhere. You actually want to like hold down locations. You just want to be like slow jogging. I'm gonna try and get the attack sprint out. You just want to be like running around normally, and then get somewhere and then move a bit, and then, do you know what I mean, sneak around here, and then when you want to run, you can run. It just, because it's only attack sprinting, it just makes it a tiny bit, like, try it out for yourself, try it out in a lobby. I would recommend it, especially if you don't have the money to spend on a pro controller, which is very expensive, but it's a cool way to be. And now I'm going to show you the other one. I'm just going to kill myself to get the ammo back. Let me just use the same gun for simplicity. And the other setup is... basically, oh my god. I'm probably just going to edit this out. So yeah. Alright, cool. So just so you know, by the way, I'm playing with 5 horizontal, 6 vertical. So going up and down has more sensitivity, so I can quickly like lock onto someone looking up, but it's a bit more steady looking left and right. So yeah, now I've got the jump moved to L1, bumper jumper kind of vibe, and I've got tac sprint moved, like taken off, auto tac sprint, and I've just got automatic sprint. But it's chosen so that when I click in L once instead of 2, I can automatically sprint like that. And it's really cool like that, because then it allows me to, this is how I had it for a while, because now I can like kind of snake around and just have a lot more control. So it's a bit to get used to, just because I've been using the other setup. And it's just, you can choose how, you're not auto attack sprinting everywhere. And you can just hold down lanes and angles just a bit better. You're not as fast. As you can tell, I'm already moving like slow around the map. But what this does is it allows me to have more control. And I really liked playing like this, especially when I was really getting into snaking. But sometimes snaking, because it's a little bit to get used to, you don't always think about snaking. It just doesn't come to mind all the time. But it's one of those things that you can like utilize to your advantage if you know how. So yeah, I'm going to show you a little bit of a gameplay of both setups. As I've got this set up, I'm going to show this first, and then I'm going to show the jumping. So yeah, when you jump in with this, is chilled. It's just either you have to use your I met someone who had their middle finger on their aim, and then used and was able to jump with their index finger as L1, and they just got used to doing like that. For me, that's very like unnatural and uncomfortable, and I just don't want to have to do that, so I'm not gonna do that. But so what I did in certain situations, for example, if I know someone's around that corner, I'll jump and I'll put my fingers in the position where I'm ready to chow that. But apart from that, I'll just keep my hands in the normal position and just jump when necessary. So it gives you more control, but the one thing about it is, when you jump around corners, there's a little bit of a delay to when you will be aiming down. That's just the distance it takes your middle finger to move from L1 to L2 to aim down. And I've died sometimes just jumping around corners just because it takes a little bit of time. Anyway, I feel like I'm talking too much, but I just wanted to give like a bit of the backstory. I hope it helps. I'm sure I'll try and speed this up in editing or whatever. So those are the two ways that I've kind of played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and I'm just gonna do a little bit of gameplay against some bots and show how that like interacts, and I'll try and do it on like a map that is actually relevant. But yeah, and then we'll play some actual ranks and see how that plays out, and then I will show you guys tomorrow and show you my first thoughts. Cool, see you in the next one.